In this video, Emily, Aubrey, and I are going to be talking about economic woes, some of the challenges that face us in everyday life, like the cost of rent, food, and so forth, gasoline. Emily, your thoughts about the changing economic situation and how do you approach things in some uncertain times?
It's horrifying. And the cost of milk has almost doubled. Eggs, meat, produce have all gone up, and it's really hard to feed a small child that when he wants to eat, he can eat the amount of a grown man. And it's very expensive to feed my family.
So
Yeah,
when
but it
you go
evens
to
out
the
though, because the other half the time he doesn't eat at all.
Yes, that's true. That's true. He doesn't eat at all.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how has that affected your daily life and what you do, what you eat, and so forth. You mentioned about the cost of milk, I'm assuming meat and so forth. So when you go to the store, how do you approach things? Do you look carefully at things? Do you just kind of close your eyes and grab things, not looking at the price, Emily?
I wish I could close my eyes and not look at the price, but I have to be very, very careful with how much money I spend. Shop sales, buy the cheapest cuts and the cheapest quality. A lot of times, the only thing I don't usually skimp on is produce. I
Okay.
try and get nicer produce.
Oh, I always spend the money on cheese. I'm a cheese snob.
Okay, and we're going to come back to that cheese ideas, thoughts. You mentioned about cuts of meat and so forth. Are there some things that I'm sorry, I just can't live without? Not because of desire, but because of just physical whatever needs. I have to buy it.
Usually pork chops. They're
Okay.
so versatile and they're the cheapest of the meats right now. Even chicken, a lot of times, is more expensive than pork chops.
Okay. And you mentioned milk as well.
And milk. Yep.
Milk is so
My son,
expensive right now.
yeah, it's really crazy.
Okay. And I'm sure we could throw in their medication and so forth.
Yeah.
I know that both of you have animal companions
Mhm.
that, how, if I may ask, has inflation or other economic situations impacted on how you care for your animals?
I haven't felt the economic stuff too much on my animals. Their bags of food last so long
Okay.
that they don't I don't really feel that. And also they're both all three of them have pet insurance,
Okay.
which covers the cost of their medications.
Okay. Good. And
Yeah.
Aubrey, any thoughts on, gas or whatever, some of the prices that might be affecting you as well?
Yeah, with gas, like it costs me $50 to go to you guys and back. So there are
Wow.
times when and that's driving a Prius.
Hmm.
Um, so there are definitely times where I would wanna come down and visit you guys or I wanna come and
Right.
do whatever, but I can't afford that, you
Right.
know? Um, I'm switching to a job where I'm gonna work from home, and that's really exciting because that means I'm not gonna have to drive and, it's gonna save a lot of money on gas.
Right. Is there something for either one of you that I'm just going without now? Any small item, luxury item that I just don't buy that anymore, or you've switched to something different?
I home make my bread now, things like that.
Okay. And you do have some great bread. And Aubrey, I haven't had your bread for a long time. I'm looking for some of the bread. I don't know if you still make any of that anymore.
No,
Uh,
I went gluten-free, so I haven't really
yeah.
made bread in a while.
Oh. Well, thank you very much for sharing those ideas on to just the economic impact that it's having on everyone. I think, especially for those that have medical needs, we certainly, understand of the challenges, or at least those challenges are understandable. So, thank you for sharing today.